Good afternoon, everybody. I can't believe how late it is in the afternoon already, but this is what happens when you're navigating the snow. Everything takes longer when it snows here in eastern Kentucky. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Hope everybody's doing well. I woke up and it was 10 degrees, and we'd had probably another 1.5 inches of snowfall. I guess I had to shovel all over again. And last night when I went to put the chickens to sleep in this coop, not that coop over there. Although one of the birds from that coop ended up in that coop and I ended up leaving her in there. But I was missing a rooster. It was horrible. I couldn't find him. And of course when the sun goes down and it's dark and with the snow and everything, just couldn't find him. And I found his tail feathers this morning. Evidently, the foot trails outside appear to have been a fox. And we do have a fox. I've named Foxy. And Foxy is a beautiful little red fox that comes down here and eats the cat food, but evidently, without seeing the cat food or whatever, decided it wanted a rooster. So my rooster, beautiful rooster Rand Paul, is gone. His tail feathers were in the snow. And it was sometime yesterday. What happens yesterday, when we had all that snow, the birds are completely discombobulated. Some of them stay in the coop, they won't leave. And the ones that leave the coop almost become paralyzed with fear or not knowing where they are. And I've had to, last night, locate a bunch of hens that were on another porch that were totally immobilized. They thought that they were going to stay there for the night because they couldn't navigate themselves back to the coop. They couldn't figure out where the coop was. And it was right in front of them. So I don't know if that happens to you guys. I know a lot of people that have chickens don't free range them. I mean, I do because of all the property here. And they pretty much go from one location to the next to the next. They've got their own little routine, but again, without being able to see their marking spots, it's very difficult for them. They were all running to one place yesterday, and then they got kind of stuck in front of one building, not realizing how they're going to get from that building to the other one without a trail, because I hadn't dug a trail yet. So unfortunately, Rand Paul is gone. He was a beautiful grayish rooster. He had beautiful black tail feathers, and he hung out in this coop. So I had 4 roosters in this coop. There's a female in there that every time she lays eggs that hatch, they're all roosters. Every one of them is a rooster. She hasn't had a female yet. In fact, there was one female. I thought it was a female, and it started to crow before all the snow came down. It's like, oh no, all she does is lay rooster eggs. But I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know what's going on here because, of course, there are no alerts to your phone or anything. And, it's not that there are any neighbors that are going to tell you that the garbage is not being picked up or that there's no mail delivery or any kind of deliveries. I just kind of make the assumption because of the kind of snow and where I live that that won't be happening today. But you can see that it's a nice blue sky. Not a chemtrail in the sky. Looks pretty. Yeah, it does look pretty after it snows, and it's very quiet. Except for those guys. Look at them. They hear me speaking, and this is what always happens. They hear me talking. Let me try to zoom in. And they think I have something for them. I actually just fed them their treat. But there they are. That's the guineas. They have a different voice than the roosters. Right here they come. Here they come down the trail. They're gonna come here to the porch. Here they come. Come on, guys. What you doing? You hear me speaking? Huh? You gonna venture out now? Huh? Look at them one by one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 moseying down here. A bunch more inside. Oh, and one of them, well, actually 2 of them, the 2 siblings that were born this summer, they were totally discombobulated. They were hanging out underneath the building next door to the chicken coop. They couldn't figure out how to get home last night. I had to stick a flashlight on the ground because guineas are weird. Like, if they don't have light, they can't see. Here they are. Here they come. Guys, you crack me up. What are you going to do now? Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? There you go. Where you going, guys? Huh? Where you going? You're just following whoever's going first, right? Here come two more. Here they come. Come on, guys. Come on down. I'm freezing. I don't have my coat on, my gloves, my hat. Let me just stick my hood up here. But I was going to post another video last night. I was just so exhausted. I ended up taking an Epsom salt bath. And for those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you know that my tankless water heater elements, the heating elements, were sabotaged over the summertime. And it was proven. We pulled one out and it was completely black. Somebody posted a comment on my channel who actually does this for a living and says that that's a sabotage. Somebody did that. That's not what happens to heating elements, was done to it. He told me because of the color, it was black. So I replaced it. I have a feeling that the heating company was co-opted. So I still don't have a decent amount of hot water. Even when I fill up the bathtub, there's no hot water coming out of the bathtub. But they did this in Manalapan, New Jersey. I can't tell you how many times I had to call the plumber that I had for years and years in New Jersey to come and adjust the temperature of the bathtub. They don't want you taking a bath. They don't want you enjoying the things that you pay for, the things that you've worked hard for. They also don't want you to take a hot bath because they know that it gets rid of all that garbage that they're pumping into your body, the nanotechnology, the biofilm, the nanites. You know, I posted something earlier, a couple of days ago, on nanites. They're little tiny, tiny black particles. I have found them on my cats. And they're disgusting. I found them underneath my fingernails. Yeah, even when I wear gloves, I found them underneath my fingernails. Last night, I was actually woken up probably around 5 o'clock. Extreme targeting pain to my right foot. It was so obvious. You know, you go to sleep lying in bed, and then I'm woken up by somebody targeting my foot. I couldn't even move away from it. I had to get out of bed and go to the restroom and come back. One day soon, I will show you what my feet look like due to the targeting. And it's only been since here in New Jersey. They did start to target my feet in, not here in Kentucky. They did start to target my feet in New Jersey. But my house is set up very differently, and I could move from room to room there. It's very different. Here, it's not the case. I've got a very small house, so it's very difficult to maneuver around here. What's the matter, guys? What's the matter? So yeah, so they've been targeting my feet, and David A. posted a really good video about the gang stalking techniques that they use. How do they manipulate you? And one of the things that was mentioned is that they do a slow kill on your health. I was a perfectly healthy person before I moved here. I eat organic food, don't smoke, drink, do drugs. I don't take pharmaceutical drugs at all. Don't smoke pot. I don't even take aspirins, right? The last time I took even an antibiotic was here, actually, because of what I thought were these bug bites to my legs. But it wasn't. It was extreme targeting that was creating these marks on my legs that still continue. Hey, girl. I know, it's cold. I told you that it was snowing out here. So, yeah, so that's what they do, is they try to, so somebody like me, like, it's really hard to tell any of my family members that, oh, you know, Lorraine died of cancer. It doesn't run in my family. There's no one, even my 92-year-old grandmother, nobody in my family died of cancer, right? Nobody died of kidney or liver damage or anything like that. Nobody in my family was an alcoholic. My father smoked too many cigarettes. My mother was straight as an arrow. Grandparents, straight as arrows, right? Same thing with me. So what do? They target your limbs, your feet. I did some research online as to why the heavy metals are so high in my body, you know? And I realized that after I did a hair analysis test last year. Actually, I'm due for a new one. But I did it in New Jersey too, and it wasn't nearly as bad as it here. And you would think living here in the great outdoors and everything, that it would be less. No, it's not less. It's because on May 20th, 2020, I believe, a covert experimentation surgical procedure was done to my left knee, which included my vascular system. I've posted photos online of what they did to the vein. They wrapped it around my leg. There's some device in there that they vibrate to cause my entire leg to vibrate, including my toes. And no, this is not science fiction, and I'm perfectly sane. I also know my body. I'm old enough to know the symptoms of my body. So the research is that when some of these surgical procedures are performed and an implant is in your body, that implant causes heavy metals to leach in your body. And it causes a lot of the symptoms that I'm now experiencing because of their covert experiment. But of course they want to, plausibly deny it as being happening to me. But I guarantee if a non-corrupt doctor took x-rays of my knees, they would see what's going on, that this is not natural to me. They would also see, if they measured my skull, that the indentations on my skull were done to my skull. My skull was perfectly shaped until I moved to rural Kentucky, and I have a lot of indentations. I also have an indentation where my third eye is. That started in New Jersey. They don't want you to be intuitive. They don't want you to have these gifts that you're born with, the God-given gifts. They want to steal them and hijack them, just the way they want to steal and hijack your intellectual property and your ideas. Just the way they want to steal the things that you own, the things that you work for, because they're criminals. It used to be, there was I don't know if you remember the story about Robin Hood. Robin Hood would steal from the rich and give to the poor. But that's not what's happening to most Americans now. Certainly not happening to targeted individuals like myself. They steal from people like me to give to the richer, to make them richer. And when you don't earn something, you don't respect it. I work hard for everything I have in my life. And these criminals, they just want to steal from everybody. Hi, baby. I'm going to take you back next door. I'm going to sign off for now. Take my little kitty. She ran out. And I told her, I said, you'll be out for all of 5 minutes. She's got a little cabin fever because of the snow. But she's ready to go back in now. So I'm going to sign off for now. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, it's nice to see that they're plowing the streets again. So I hope everybody's doing well. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there.